It is quite a movie, and if you're a country music fan, you will really appreciate it. But I think everyone will like Country Strong, starring Gwyneth Paltrow.
Tim McGraw.
The guy on the phone with us right here, Garrett Hedlund.
How are you?
Hey, we were lucky enough to see the premiere down in Nashville last fall.
Oh, you got out, huh?
Yeah. Now, you were not there. Most of the cast came into each of the theaters. Were you doing a movie at that time?
Yeah, I was. I was filming at that time up, I think I was in Canada at that point. I was just, man, I remember wrapping at 4 and just being like, I can still get there.
Yeah, it was such a great party. What a perfect place for the premiere.
Yeah.
It was a great experience, and hats off, man, not only on the acting job, but who knew you could sing like you can?
Yeah, no, yeah.
You know,
What do you mean?
You're even on the soundtrack.
No, I didn't, yeah.
You and Gwyneth both, and I've got to think that's unnerving when you're, next to people like Tim McGraw.
Well, it's interesting because, I was the underdog sort of the whole time because, the director knew, I couldn't play guitar or really sing before that, and we knew that Gwyneth had an incredible voice, because of duets and other things, and Leighton had a wonderful voice, and, Tim wasn't even going to be singing, so we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
But I came out to Nashville early and sort of got to see the town and, chatted with Tim, and he said just really live and breathe country music, sing it all day, every day, and get the inflections, and that's kind of what we did, yeah.
It seems to me as we were watching the film that your character, Bo, was really the only sane one through the whole thing that knew what was going on.
Yeah. Well, we try and mediate things here.
Sure. Well, you did a nice job. Right?
Well, and this wasn't your first experience. Anybody who saw Friday Night Lights saw you with Tim. So you had known Tim McGraw.
That's a pretty intense role, too, between you and Tim.
Yeah, and it's fun to now do this film and sort of look back and see how different it is. I think there's some similarities in terms of the friction between our two characters.
Yeah.
Maybe me and Tim always having friction between us brings maybe the best out of us. Hopefully the second of many films.
Did you play any instruments in Tron?
Yeah. The flute. Yeah.
You do have to tell the story, though, of how you get into the suit. How do you get into something that fits like that?
I can't do it by myself. Every morning for about 2.5 hours, it's like 3 people around you sort of trying to get this thing on. I never really realized how much of a workout this could be, and it's every morning. So it's like a training session every morning trying to get the suit on.
Yeah, you're working up a sweat just putting it on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, more with Garrett Hedlund, the star of this movie, coming out this weekend on FM 106.1. Check it out this weekend from the movie with the same name, Country Strong, at FM 106.1. That is Gwyneth Paltrow. And another one of the stars you know and love, Tim McGraw, and Garrett Hedlund, who's on the phone with us still here at FM 106.1. I think now you need to head out on the road with Tim, Garrett.
He'll never.
You'd rather get in a Tron suit.
I remember asking him maybe a month ago or something. Can't remember where I was, but I was just like, that Mr. Whoever You Are is a pretty good song. You think maybe I could sing that one day? And he goes, no.
Do you think you'll get back to Nashville? It sounds like Gwyneth really liked the city a lot.
Yeah, I love Nashville so much, and I'm trying to look for even a place out there. I think the city's, reminds me so much of home. It's such a great sort of small town feeling. I love it.
It's a great energy down there, yeah.
Country Strong opens Friday. Garrett, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much.
And home